I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sergey,
and we are the Tabletop Warlords. Once again, we find ourselves playing a game of Beyond the Gates of Antares, the best war game there ever was. And today, we will be finishing all of the narrative scenarios from the original version 1 rulebook with scenario number 5, Outpost. Outpost shares a lot of similarities to scenario number 4, Hold the Line, in the sense that it is a classic breakthrough match, but it has a lot of little interesting things to make it more narrative.
The last time I played the Boromites, I got my butt kicked. But I'm here for vengeance. Aron Gastelin has somewhere in the Omega Viridia universe has heard of the Boromite defeat and is clawing her way onto the battlefield to wreak sweet, violent vengeance.
Ah! That was a weird scream. That being said, I will obviously be playing the Freeborn once again. In Outpost, there's an attacker and a defender.
I will obviously be attacking as I am here for pan-human skulls.
The setup for this scenario is pretty easy and it's pretty self-explanatory. They really just want you to fill the field with as much forest, jungle, whatever dense terrain you prefer as humanly possible. Ideally, there are supposed to be 6 pieces of area terrain on each half of the board. Me and Sergey can't help ourselves. We always make a mirrored table, so our board will look a little bit different, having centralized pieces of area terrain, but it has the right amount of density. The last thing the defender does is set 6 outposts along their half of the table. These are as simple as markers, if you will, but they're supposed to represent trenches, foxholes, anything where a unit of troops or maybe a really, really light vehicle or drone can hide and conceal themselves. These can be placed within pieces of area terrain. They just have to be 5 inches apart. That's it.
As far as deployment goes, I will be able to set my entire army up within 5 inches of my table edge. If I had any fast units, I would not be able to do that. They have to move on turn 1 with an order test.
This is because the dastardly fast units can make it to the other side in basically 3 turns. The defender deploys 2 of their units in 2 of the outposts determined randomly. Roll 2d6 and deploy in the corresponding outpost roll. If you roll a double, you get to place 1 unit in that number of the outpost and get to select another outpost of your choosing. All other outposts are removed at this point because they were a facade the whole time.
You have no idea how much money the Vards have spent on creating realistic rock wall projections.
The remaining 2 outposts do provide a decent amount of defense to the units that are occupying them. Any attacker that successfully hits them in ranged combat must re-roll those hits, as if they were down.
That's pretty decent.
Pretty good.
As the attacker, I will achieve victory if I get half of my force across Kevin's table edge, ignoring probes and other started units like that.
As the defender, I will win outright if I can prevent him from getting a single unit over my edge. If neither side can claim total victory, the attacker is the winner if the number of units that have escaped, plus the number of units that are on the defender's side, exceeds the number of the units that have been destroyed and remain on the attacker's side. So basically, it's really awarding Sergey to be aggressive and to get onto my side of the table as quickly as humanly possible. So without further ado, we're going to show you our beautifully set up table of the glittering green surface of Omega Viridia, and get those armies together so you can see what Freeborn and Boromite forces will be duking it out today. Today's battlefield represents a segment of the Viridian forests and is going to be the point at which the Boromites break through the Freeborn lines, or attempt to anyways. Every single piece of area terrain you see in the field today is a light forest, so that's going to be +2 res to anybody who occupies it. It is difficult for anybody who tries to move through it, and if you're shooting through it, it's going to obscure like light area does, -2. You will also see several instances of broken ground strewed about the field just to add a little bit more difficulty to the attacking force. It is difficult terrain and nothing else. The patches of tall grass, the rock outcrops, and the hills on the edge don't actually count for anything. I just cannot abide my negative space. And on that note, anything you see on a scatter terrain base just by itself is there to make the Viridian landscape seem a little bit more varied and lush. The cobblestone walls on this side represent the defenders' outposts. Only 2 of these are real, the others being horrible facades set up to throw off the Boromite attackers. Overall, a very simple setup. Let's see how it plays today. And here we have my 500-point Freeborn scouting force. This force in particular has been dubbed the Freeborn Attack Group. Now, in any 500-point Freeborn army, you have to have 3 tactical choices. You can have up to 5. You can have up to 2 support choices, no strategic, obviously, and then you can have up to a single auxiliary choice. In my in particular army, I have filled in those 3 required tactical slots with 3 units that are identical of Domari soldiers. The Domari are 97 points base. Each one of them has a Micro-X launcher for free. Each one of those Micro-X launchers has been upgraded to have Sling That ammo for 5 points. Each unit has a spotter drone for 10 points, and each of the unit leaders has a plasma pistol for a single point, meaning that each one of them is 113 points. The next unit I have leading the way is a single unit of Vardinari sent by my Vard personally. 126 points base. They have a spotter drone as well for 10 points, meaning they're 136 points total. And to finish off my army, a single auxiliary choice is backing us up in the form of a targeter probe shard for 20 points even, leaving me with 5 points to spend on a single instance of the army option block, meaning this army is 500 points exactly and commanding 5 order dice. The strategy behind my force is very simple. There's a lot of boots on the field and there's guns in their hands. We got plasma carbines with the Vardinari with a little bit more punch. Everybody else has Micro-X launchers with Sling the ammo. We got spotters for everybody so I can draw a line of sight to anywhere the Sergey pops up, and the targeters are the icing on the cake. They're gonna make my rounds deviate less and make my guns shoot more accurately.
This is my 500-point Boromite scouting force. I have dubbed this list my Amethyst Fang. In any Boromite scouting force, you must have 3 tactical choices. You may have up to 5, you may have up to 2 support choices, you may have 0 strategic choices, and you may have up to 1 auxiliary choice. My Amethyst Fang is being led onto the field by Gildis Aron Gistellan. I have taken her as a tactical choice. She is 120 points base. She has a 31-point Rock Rider bodyguard, a 20-point Hyperlight booster drone, and 2 10-point shield drones, making her 191 points total. I have finished off my tactical choices with a classic Boromite choice, the Lava Mites. They're 85 points base, but I have given each of them a Suspensor platform for 5 points, so they all have rapid sprint. That makes each one of these squads 87 points. I have taken 1 single support choice in this army, and it is a Rock Rider squad. They are 103 points base, but I have given each one of them a Electro Lance, making them 115 points total. I have also spent 20 points on 2 army options. I have taken a 15-point Superior Shard and a 5-point block. This army is represented by only 4 order die and is 500 points exactly. This list is 100% tailor-made for this scenario. I only have 4 order dice, so I only have to get 2 units off the field to win, and every single unit in my army has rapid sprint. This means I subvert the fast special rule and can deploy on to the field and just run, run, run. Two fangs gleam in the darkness. I have finished my deployment, and I am coming out in a pincer maneuver to get across Kevin's line. I'm starting off with 2 separate groups in a place of cover. Each group has 1 unit of cavalry and 1 unit of beasts. This is in an effort to split Kevin's defense and hopefully get 2 of my units across the field safely.
As we stated in the beginning, we have 6 outposts laid out. Now it is time for me to figure out which is real and which is a facade. Each has been labeled with a dice, and I must now roll to see where I show up. Oh, yay! I rolled doubles. So that means 4 is real, and I must deploy here. But now I get to choose any one of the others to be real as well. My starting position I've chosen is going to be number 2. So I have 2 and 4, kind of centralized location. This one's in cover, so I'm going to get the benefits and the negatives of Light Woods. And I have 2 Damari squads, or the first defending units. We totally forgot to explain something to you guys. We're only humans. The order dice are a little bit weird in this scenario. As you can see, green is me, blue is Sergey. I only get 2 for the original units in the outpost. I only get more dice as the game progresses. Turn 2, if Sergey's guys have passed the midline, I get all my dice in the bag. And everybody can come onto the field using an advance run after testing for command. Now, if Sergey doesn't pass the midline on the first turn, I only get to get 2 order dice. His guys are all rapid sprint. I'm assuming I'm gonna get them all, but it is a little bit weird how you get your order dice as the defender.
Turn 1, just like I explained. The defenders only have 2 dice, but the attackers get all 4 of theirs. What will happen?
The Viridian myths part. The Boromites are here for vengeance.
Turn 1, die 1.
Oh, Boromite. I am beginning the game with a run and a sprint and a follow. Aaron Gastellan is going to run up all the way to here. And I'll have to roll a sprint check. Looking for 4s.
Wop, wop.
RM has gotten into a defensible position, but she has garnered a pin. She will be followed now by this Boromite Lavamite squad. They are going to attempt to just sprint right behind her, and they have to take a sprint check. Looking for 4s.
7 again. If you were in Vegas, you'd be doing great.
Yeah, that's true. But each unit is going to have 1 pin. They're blocked by Aron
Yeah, she's large,
due
right?
to her being large.
Ah, so they can't see him at all.
Alright. Freeborn.
With my first order dice, it kind of makes the most sense since I only have my units here. I'm gonna put them on ambush. His 2 units over here have already moved, and so I can go with these guys at my leisure, basically, but his second group has not moved at all. So I'll put them on ambush so I can take advantage of their maneuvering. Boromite.
Kevin's ambush order has made it not impossible, but not very safe to go up the center route. So I am going to be hugging the side and sprinting on over here. So Kevin has to both reroll his shots against me, and I get -2 to hit.
Boromites on turn 1 are already getting real close to the Freeborn line.
Looking for 4s for the sprint. Dang it.
It's just not a 10.
That's true. If it was a 10, I would be upset.
And we just commented, I mean, the Boromites, they can really take advantage of scenarios like this having rapid sprint, but those pins, man, ooh, it could get dicey. When the Rock Riders reach their final position and are closest to the Freeborn line, my ambush is sprung. My range between the 2 units is effective, it's only 17, and the first thing that has to happen is my Micro X launcher is gonna lob a sling net shot. I have light area terrain between me and him, and I'm shooting overhead, so I'm only hitting on 1s. 4. Being a fire order, I'm only deviating a D5 inches, so 3 inches, so I'm gonna miss you.
Kevin doesn't know how to measure. He definitely hit me.
Yay. With these 2 pins that hit with sling net ammo. My accuracy is 5, brought up to 6 for the fire order, -2 for the intervening terrain. So that means my mag guns are looking for 4s or under, and then my leader's plasma pistol is at long range, so he's looking for 3s or under. Ooh. They sprinted. So
no hits.
Completely whiff.
You got the important hit though.
Yeah.
They have 3 pins. They do have to now take an order test due to those pins. Their leadership is 9, going all the way down to 6. Oh, they're
good.
fine.
Freeborn. Now that I've stacked 3 pins on this unit of Rock Riders, I'm going to use the fact that I have no obscuring terrain between this unit to do a fire order and hopefully try to take some of them out. First thing's always overhead, and I'm gonna aim right for that center person. I am, of course, at -2 for overhead. I have a -2 for being at extreme range as well, so once again, just 1s are gonna hit, and that's a 9, that's not a hit. Once again, only deviating a D5. That is 3 inches?
Yep, 3 inches directly back.
Yeah, so I think I missed this time. My plasma pistol is further out than it can shoot, so that means I just have 4 mag guns left, all hitting on 4.
That's 2 hits, baby!
My res is 8, going down to 7s. 1 on my leader, 1 on a regular dude. I'm not fine. I'm fine, okay. Woo. But I do have to take an order test.
Because that's one
I'm
more
at
thing.
9, so it's a 50-50 right now. And I'm good.
Oh, and you lose a pin.
Yeah!
So you don't even get a pin. So
Rock Riders don't care! Last die, I'm just gonna be doing another run and a sprint. 4s.
oh,
Uh,
you get 2 pins.
oof.
Real rough advancing. It's a lot of pins over here in this neck of the woods. Okay, turn 1 is out of the way. A lot of maneuvering has happened and some shots have been fired. No one is down, so all the dice are in the bag. Sergey actually did not cross the middle line with his attacking forces, so I only get to have 2 order dice added to the bag. Going into turn 2, we've now evened the playing field, and we're going to see 2 Freeborn units attempt to enter the field this turn. Turn 2, die 1.
Boromite. I'm going to be doing a run and a sprint with this Rock Rider squad. They are, however, at 3 pins, so I do have to roll a 6 for them to do anything. 6 is to pass. Oh, I pass.
Good, so you lose a pen too.
Yes. I have passed my command test, and so I grit my teeth and charge Kevin's units.
Whoa, my Nelly. And it's important to note, once again, that is not actually a rock barrier. This outpost is basically just a point on the map. So he does have to contend, however, with this difficult terrain.
I'm going to be doing my agility test. I pretty much just don't need a 10 because it doesn't really matter if I fail. I'm fine.
Well, you fail, but you're...
Yeah,
you
I fail, but I have enough inches to get to him anyway. And now for the sprint check. Once again, 4s.
Oh,
That's vicious.
that is the worst news possible.
That is... Oh, jeez.
Ooh, 4 pins. Tim Bancroft's spirit is with me.
Oh god, Rick Priestley, why? I'm firing plasma carbines in rapid fire configuration. I only hit on 1s.
And I am going to choose to fire my sling net ammo from the Micro X launcher directly, because otherwise there'd be a minimum range for overhead. I have 4 mag guns, and I have that plasma pistol, which is going to be for good use at this range.
I only hit on 1s. I need to reroll using the outpost. Nothing. Those 2 pins are killing me.
4 pins.
4. Ugh.
I got more dice. My plasma pistol is going to be the blue dice for my leader. I have 4 mag guns with red dice, and then my black dice is going to be that sling net fired directly. I have to hit on 5s. So I have several hits, but oh, and I have a spotter drone. I've completely forgot about my spotter drone.
About that little guy.
So that hits, but now he sprinted, so I have to re-roll all of these. So that, oh, you're lucky. So I have 2 mag shots that landed. You're at res 7. You can take 1 on the leader. And
I'm
you're
good, but
you do take a pin.
Do take a pin.
So now you're forced to take a save.
I am at, let's see here,
4s or
5
lower.
pins.
Rough.
Yep, so I go down, so I'm going to have to punch 2nd in this combat.
Now that we know the Rock Riders are forced down by the epic level of Freeborn firepower, I have the first chance to attack. My leader has a hand weapon in the form of the plasma pistol, so he's going to hit on a 6 or lower. Everybody else is just using their bare Freeborn fists for 5 or lower. So that's a terrible. Actually, not terrible.
Pretty average. Pretty average
So
roll.
4 hits, strike value 0.
Okay, so 2 on my leader and 2 on regular guys. And we're looking at 8s. I'm all good.
Damn.
Now I'm striking back. I have 6 attacks. They're strength 9 on the Locomites and strength 10 on my Rock Riders because I'm strength 8. I have a hand weapon on the Rock Riders and I've charged. And the Locomites, while they don't have hand weapons, are strength 8 plus 1 on the charge. So I'm only missing on 10s here and I'm strength 2 across the board.
Rough. Rough business. So I must make 6 saves. That is all at 4s. But the nice thing is that the only way that I can lose this combat technically is if I lose all of my men. So,
Oh, one
survived. I get to re-roll the leader, and he survives. So 2 people survived the combat of my 6. So as per combat rules, unfortunately Sergey still has lost because he has 6 pins versus my 4, and must test on a 3 or lower.
I disagree with this ruling.
Oh!
The combat goes on! Yes!
I won the combat, so I get +1 to my hit.
You hit me twice.
I hit twice.
That's a big deal.
And you're down, so
8s. Nope, okay. Alright, well now, here we go again. Here we go again. I missed one.
So I take 3 on my leader and 2 on the regular guy. And we're all dead. Oh wait, actually.
Oh! What?
I still won.
No way, dude.
I have 5 pins, but you have 6, Sergey. Roll a 3 or lower again, you sack of garbage.
That is horse manure.
Yes!
You killed me. That is ridiculous.
And the lone freeborn captain stares at the smoking corpses of the men around him and wonders if it was all worth it.
Freeborn. Gonna put these folks on ambush. Boromite.
Desperation. I'm running and sprinting here. I feel like this side is safe. Kevin's gonna focus all of his power over
I
there.
could do my ambush order with these freeborns since he's gonna be at a spot that has no cover. But Sergey is right. I mean, I kinda... that's a tough call.
I am at a 9, down to a 7, and I roll a 3.
Good.
So I get there, and I lose a pin.
Heals.
Ah!
And I'm gonna opt not to do anything about it, just because...
What could you possibly do? What
No,
are you
I
gonna
could have
do?
ambushed him.
Oh,
I'm saying. I just decided
I was like,
not
I'm
to.
gonna react to this guy with 5 pins.
He could do it.
He's
rolled very well so far.
Yeah, honestly, I believe anything of that. What are we naming him? He needs
Bucky.
a name. Bucky?
This is Bucky the Freeborn
Bucky the
captain,
Boromite Slayer.
right? Oh, focus. There we go.
Oh, Bucky the Lavamite. Or the Locomite Slayer.
Bucky.
Freeborn.
In solidarity to the heroic Freeborn leader that survived the epic charge of the Locomites, Bucky is going to do a rally order. He can't really do anything right now, but he might have the potential of maybe getting me a shot if I get initiative at next turn. My base leadership is 8. And I got a 5. So I'm gonna lose 1 plus 5. Perfect.
Oh
so
my
he
goodness.
loses all of his pins.
This guy's like an invincible monster machine.
He's on the list to join the Vardinari.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Wow. Boromite.
Aron Gustellan riding her narwhal-esque rock brood is going to...
Try to get around.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, I'm going to try to go through. Let's see here. Oh, boy.
Negative.
Negative. That's okay. That's okay. She has so much movement that she'll be fine.
Oh, you have to do a command test too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Command test. I'm
Here.
fine, so I lose the pin. And then sprint test. I'm fine.
Oh, wow, you got a little lucky that time.
The first time ever.
So
this will
inch
be
between-
about
yeah.
like 5 inches.
So that's 10 inches total.
Yeah, so I have 10 inches from the out of the woods area. And I'm just going for it, man. Like, that's all I got. I just got to get there.
Okay. So I'm not going to ambush your unit there because it's
That makes
higher
sense.
res and has shield drone. So I'm gonna keep the ambush of my diligently waiting Freeborns for your stupid lava mites. I'm sorry, I'm offensive.
He 10 Mitsurugi style.
Boromite.
I've only got 1 unit left. My lava mites are running.
Gotta pass a command check.
My lava mites are at command 8. And they're fine.
So you lose your pin.
I do have to do a sprint test. And I'm not fine. Oh, and I need to do
Agility.
a difficult terrain test. Oh, and I'm fine.
You're good.
I will be moving to just here before Kevin's ambush is sprung.
Whoa, guns are blazing. First things first. Space pineapple always goes first. I'm gonna go for the... Yeah, I'll just go for the big dude. My overhead is always -2, but I'm ineffective. I am obscured, so it's only gonna hit on a 1. And, oh, that was so close. So I have to deviate a D5. Yes, I rolled a 2, so I hit you for surezies. So the sling net causes a hit, which gives you a pin, and causes an extra pin for sling net. But now I have to see how my other guys do. So I'm at long range with my leader's plasma pistol. The 4 mag guns are defective, but I'm also at -2 for shooting through the forest. So my mag guns are once again going to be hitting on 4s, and my pistol is going to hit on 3s. And I have to re-roll all of my hits, which I got 4 hits. I'm going to re-roll all these because he sprinted. And my plasma pistol misses, and it ends up with 2 mag gun hits.
Taking both hits on my lava mites, they're 8.
That's 1 to 7,
And they're
so
fine.
we're both good. So you basically just took 2 pins from all that. So
Yep.
I'm okay with that
That's
though.
all you need.
So what was their final position? Right over her, right?
Yeah, then they'll eventually mosey on right over here.
Okay. So they are both basically right there. They're so close to the edge. And we said these don't count for anything. I'm just gonna remove these before we get confused
before
by
we
them.
start confusing people. We just didn't want those edges to look so bare.
Truth. Just the Freeborn now. I have 2 dice and 2 units off the field, so let's get some command checks. First, my Domari squad tries to enter the field, and I roll 3, so I'm good. I shall now attempt to destroy with an advance order that unit of lava mites. All of my unit is at effective range, and so I'm going to be hitting with 5s all across the board. I'm using my X launcher to fire the sling net directly. Yeah! Whoa!
Oh
God.
my goodness.
So I can't re-roll 10s, unfortunately, but I can re-roll this 6. 4.
The pizza's done. The pizza keeps on messing up our shots.
So that's 2 hits with a mag gun. He automatically gets 2 pins because the sling net has hit, and luckily the plasma pistol has hit as well. So how are you gonna take him, Sergey?
I'll take the plasma pistol on my leader,
Okay.
and the rest on my rock dogs.
Yep.
And
So,
I'm good.
1 die.
Oh, and there's a rock
Oh.
dog. So that means I have to take a command test. I'm at
5s.
9s.
5 or lower.
Yep.
Oh my God!
Are you kidding me, dude? Uh,
The last thing I can do is try to get my Vardnari on. It's also leadership 8. And
Yes!
see?
oh,
I
Rick, I'm
told you.
sorry.
Let's see. So let's get the dice back in the bag because there is nobody down. Moving into turn 3. Sergey has opted to activate Superior Shard, so I have lost an order dice. But the attackers have moved halfway across the battlefield, so I get my last 5th order dice added back in. So it's 4 versus 2. Turn 3, dice 1. Boromites, I am blocking.
I want to do it. You can feel the warmth on it. Oh, come on.
Yes!
Oh,
have to
and
pass the
I
command.
can't block that. I do have a block, but I can't block a
double
block.
So, I'm
Oh,
going
you
to
have
do
to
a
pass
command
command
test. Sorry for the upside down Antares.
Yes!
You suck so bad right now.
The luck of the Irish is with me. Boromite. Okay, so now I'm in the same position as Kevin. I need to pass an order test on a 7 to run and sprint with that unit. Rick Priestley, I have never betrayed you. I've never gone to the heretical worship of Tim. I need
Whatever.
a 7. Yes! Okay,
Oh.
this unit gets off the field.
Yep.
Oh, things just flew back in my favor, but I'm not out of the woods yet. Kevin still has a lot of guys that can shoot sling net at me, so
Mm-hmm.
block, obviously, because I have an instance of block. I'm taking my hand completely out of the bag, eliminating any human warmth on that dice,
Oh my God.
which I believe to exist.
I hate you so much. Okay.
For my victory,
Yep.
Aron Gastellan scrabbles off with her weird green rock feet and goes to victory.
Yo.
Well, my heart almost exploded, but I did manage to make it across the finish line there. I was certain Kevin was going to defeat me when he pink misted that when his one guy just beat the crap out of 3 Boromites
great.
riding Locomites. Somebody, if we have any artists in our fan base, like please, please draw that. That would be an excellent scene.
Like Sergey said, that was a nail biter. We didn't know what was going to happen until the last second. It basically came down to 2 failed command tests. Pretty certain that if my Vardnari would have showed up, there was
Oh
a
yeah,
decent chance.
100%. If your Vardnari had shown up, I would have been off
Yeah.
the field.
Overall, it was a really fun scenario. I mean, it is very similar to its predecessor and Hold the Line, but I think that it's a lot faster.
Yeah, that's fair. Because one person is pretty much just running, it is faster. That being said, I think I like Hold the Line a little bit better. I liked the narrative drone capture scenario a lot better than the matched drone capture scenario, but I like the matched get to the other side scenario a lot better than the narrative get to the other side scenario.
I will say that I think that things will go very different versus other armies. Bormites are kind of like really set up
Although
to take advantage
most
of.
armies could do, like, if you're playing Isaurians, you could take like an all full spike army.
Mhm.
If you were playing Concord, you could take a bunch of jump troopers. Most armies have an answer to the scenario.
Yeah, but since rapid sprint doesn't count as
that is helpful.
It
that
does
is
help a
very.
little bit, yeah.
It's sort of a loophole. This might have been a slightly cheesy army, but it turned out to be pretty balanced. Like, I got very close to losing. It took me 12 hours to paint these guys just to get them ready for you guys to watch today.
worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely worth it. They're super fun to paint. They have crazy amounts of detail. B, they're super cool in the battlefield. Despite Kevin hulking out and destroying that entire squad, they would have destroyed most squads. Like they're very cool. I also really enjoyed playing with Aran Gastellan. I do need to experiment with her further. She's got a couple of really awesome pieces of war gear, specifically what is it? It's the stasis shard that forces people down.
You can get artifacts from the Builder Ruins.
That being said, I mean, it's banned in like most
every
games.
tournament.
Yeah, almost every tournament. But it would be a fun thing to maybe play in the narrative scenario.
As always, if you like this content, and we sure hope you do, it's so fun to make these battle reports, please like the video and consider subscribing to our channel and joining us here at the Tabletop Warlords. Don't forget to ring the bell, it'll give you notifications when these reports come out brand new. And if you're an incredibly generous person and you want to support us in the best way humanly possible, consider becoming one of our patrons.
And on that note, we have a new patron to thank. We have a new man-at-arms, and we're very excited because we finally have pan-human sponsorship. A fellow by the name of C3 Trooper is bringing his plasma carbine to bear as a man-at-arms for the Tabletop Warlords.
Not gonna lie, pretty validating when an Intel Society notices you exist and acknowledges the hard work that you do.
The intel's always right. Become a patron today like these fine warriors.
As always,
We forgot the tea again.
Whatever.
This is why we're being punished by the gods. This is why our dice rolls are so erratic.